And next very important thing what we are going to discuss today, parliamentary control over the budget. In India, the government accounts they are maintained for three important things. First one, consolidated fund, contingency fund and public accounts. Each and everything plays a very important role. And two committees also we are having. First one PAC and second one EC. PAC means it is nothing but Public Accounts Committee. EC means Estimates Committee. How much amount of finance is very important in order to implement each and every plans, program and policies, each and everything. That is the thing. Two committees continuously watch the expenditure, what the ministry sanctioned by it, how much amount of finance actually sanctioned by the government, whether it is really it is used for any development purpose of the economy, whether it is undertaken or not, each and everything it will be closely monitored, closely watched by the two important committee, PAC committee and second one EC committee. Next one, budgetary deficit. It is very important concept. Budgetary deficit. From the name itself we know budget means revenue and expenditure. Deficit means the two concepts are not equal. That is the situation. It is a situation where budget receipts are less than budget expenditure or budget revenue it is greater than budget expenditure. Two forces it is not said to be equal, then we can call it as it is a budgetary deficit. And the budget deficit can be given in four important ways. What are the ways means? First one, revenue deficit, budget deficit, fiscal deficit and primary deficit. Revenue deficit means government revenue is less than government expenditure. GR less than GE. We can call it as it is a revenue deficit. Budget deficit means total revenue is less than total expenditure. Then we can call it as it is a budget deficit. Fiscal deficit means what is the formula we are having? Budget deficit plus government market borrowings and liability. What are all the loans and advances already they just receive, they have to make repayments. Each and everything comes under the category of fiscal deficit. And last one, primary deficit. Primary deficit means it is something but fiscal deficit, fiscal deficit minus interest payment. Already loan we are just receiving now. For that loan we are just paying the interest means it should be subtracted or it should be minus. Another new topic, federal finance. It is a separate new topic. What is meant by federal finance? Part B carried 2 marks. Very important thing. Listen carefully. Federal finance means it is nothing but it refers to the system of assigning the source of revenue to central as well as state government for the efficient and implementation of the functions. In order to implement the government certain important plans, program, policies, the government they need finance. How much well the finance it will be allotted and how much the allocation of resources it should be fully satisfied. That concept we can study under the concept federal finance. Division of powers. In our constitution there is a clear-cut division of powers in our own responsibilities, and here the division of power it can be classified into three important headings. First one union list, second one state list and third one concurrent list. Concurrent list is the list it include first two important thing, union list plus state list we can call it as it is a concurrent list. What are all the things and subject comes under the category of union list means it include 100 subjects, and for example what are the things means railways, post, telegraph, each and everything, defense, army, navy, air force comes under the category of union list. State list means it includes 61 items, and what all the subject means health, education, sanitation, police, each and everything comes under this category. Concurrent list means it includes the first two important thing, union list plus state list. It comes under the category of concurrent list. Electricity, trade union, social planning, welfare activities, each and everything comes under the category of concurrent list. So concurrent list, what is the formula? Union list plus state list. And another one more topic, what is the thing we are going to discuss today? Principles of federal finance. What are the main important principles of federal finance means? Principles of independence, equity, uniformity, adequacy, accountability, principle of fiscal assets, efficiency, administrative economy, last one, integration and coordination. What is the thing? Principles of independence means here the government they are the individual person, autonomous, they are not depend upon anything for anybody purpose. So government should be autonomous in financial matters more or less. Equity means resources distributed within different states, it should be equal in nature. That is the thing, principles of equity. Principles of uniformity means the tax imposed by the government, it is more or less equal, then we can follow the principle uniformity. Adequacy means here the government, both the state government and the central government, to implement various plans, program and policies, they need huge amount of finance, huge interest. What is the term they have given? Adequate amount of financial resources. Accountability, each and every activity is undertaken by the government, it should be maintained in a record wise, likewise of a ledger book. So it is the concept, principle of accountability. Principle of fiscal assess. Fiscal assess means in order to growing needs of the people, each and every minute by minute population increases, and India ranks second place in population next to China, each and everything you people know. So for the growing needs of the people, we have to meet out further new development of projects also. That is the principle of fiscal assess. Principles of efficiency, any one policy means it should be very effective in nature. To which type of people the plans, program and policies introduced, it can reach that people only, then the plan it will be considered as an effective one. Clear? There is a thing, we either it will be reach under that is either it reach the LAG group people or HAG group people or MIG group people, then that is the main important successful of that particular project. Principles of administrative economy. Here the cost of collection for administering and for implementing the project, it will be as minimum as possible. Principle of administrative economy. Last one, principle of integration and coordination. In order to achieve the overall development of the economy, which principle is very very important, there should be integration, cooperation and coordination within all different department in the country, then only we can achieve the tremendous growth and development in a very short span of time. Clear? And that's the end of the class today, and we will see the remaining things in the next class. Thank you all.